Okay.
Ever been a Sigma rising up a Flowberry burst yacht in reckless railways?
It's the catch-all term describing the past few years of low-quality yet massively popular internet content. From skibbity toilet to lobotomy memes, to even subjects in offline spaces, brainrot is an incredibly flexible and easy to apply piece of slang. It can apply to shitposting, to YouTube Kids, to any content considered low quality yet large in quantity. Ultimately, it perfectly describes the effects of prolonged exposure to a fast-paced online world, dominated by short clips designed to grab the attention of the viewer and ensure that they swipe to the next piece for hours on end without gaining any meaningful stimulation from the act. People will often describe themselves as brain-rotted in relation to this phenomenon, joking that their own minds have been irreversibly damaged by the horrors of social media. One could liken online brain rot to the endless halls of poker machines, with players tapping and dancing at their screens plastered with unknowable flickering and joyful sounds. Back when YouTube Kids had autoplay enabled by default, children would watch brain rot content for hours and hours on end, racking up terrible animations, millions of views, and tons of cash, leading to massive criticisms of this practice, such as Elsagate. As such, this video seeks to explore the concept of brain rot and pin down exactly where it is seen the most and why.
Thank you, yeah!
Whilst it's unclear who coined the term, brainrot started seeing major success when applied to the phenomenon, whereupon Subway Surfers footage, or Minecraft parkour, or those videos of soaps being cut paired with Family Guy clips were all the rage on TikTok. As such, brainrot shorts or brainrot TikToks are commonly positioned together as phrases, as the concept of watching ultra-low quality content in high doses injected straight into one's eyeballs on a daily basis is generally associated with what the worst of social media has to offer.
Okay.
So-called satisfying videos would crowd the screens so much that the actual main content originally presented in a short would be heavily obscured, and the end result is a constant overstimulation destroying the brain.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so what are we doing here? A baby Gronk, grimace shake. You're not Sigma. Mewing, edged. Chimpanzini bananini. Tung 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 sahur. Lirili la di la. Lirili la di la. And then we have a bombardiro, crocodilo, cocodrillo, trulero, tralala. Okay, that's a lot of words to memorize and understand. We have to condense it down, but
At this point, the
it's
onus
the
of
essence.
brain rot is also
Brain
applied to
rot.
certain generations of children. Generally, the ones who grew up watching YouTube videos on autoplay on their iPads, aka iPad kids. Of course, this assumption seems to apply to Generation Alpha, but before then it was Zoomers and Millennials using social media too, and before then Gen X and Baby Boomers were considered the TV generations, and going back even further in history, it turns out even novels were considered brain rot because you weren't actively learning anything for reading a fictional story. Seriously, there was massive outrage regarding the hobby of reading for pleasure, which was described as addictive and antisocial, which sounds extremely familiar. Many also compare the popularity of early 2010s Gmod humor to the modern trends of the 2020s, demonstrating the fact that what may appear as mindless brain rot at first glance is often constructed with a story in mind. Due to this, the generational attack against Gen Alpha is quite unfair, although it does work to encourage rage bait and thus may be fun for some to exploit. Algorithms are in charge of spreading this content, often encouraging videos to watch the clips with the most engagement, which just so happens to be slapped onto GTA 5 footage or Minecraft parkour or videos of people peeling soap, aka brain rot.
Okay. It's basically the history of brain rot. Sure, I feel it was kind of drifting away from the original idea.
In fact, social media companies prefer brain rot content to be the norm, as it ensures high retention levels, a metric that tech executives absolutely adore because it means audiences are giving their attention to an app designed to take advantage of human biology. Of course, this idea is one that has been reflected in pop culture for many years too. There's this fantastic comic called Tokyo Ghost that illustrates the idea of brain rot being taken to its extreme logical limit brilliantly. The comic is set in the future of 2089, in a world where everyone is addicted to watching shows and social media. One of the main characters, a hulking man named Led Dent, is constantly jacked into watching his newsfeed at all times, to the point where
Wow.
he becomes easy to manipulate and totally disconnected from the rest of the world, to the point that it has become a drug for him, blinding him to the fact that he's committing extremely violent acts without realizing exactly what he's doing. It's the perfect representation of how brain rot can manifest in a story, satirizing the very real fact that humanity is being bombarded with an overwhelming amount of information every single day, all designed to get us.
Didn't even know you were streaming. Oh yeah, then I started streaming for. I'm continuing my research. I really want to flesh out characters and their motivations. I realized that the CEO is actually a boomer trying to stay young, so he learned the language of brain rot, and with that, I want him to be. I think that'll make him a little less likable. You know, if he speaks in brain rot, I think people will really dislike this character, and I think a villain should be disliked. So you know, that's the I'm
was
continuing
addicted to watching just one more video. You can see the same thing with the 2008 film WALL-E. It's well known that social media is designed to provide dopamine with every single like and every single click, so that we keep looking at it for as long as possible in order for tech companies to sell user data. That dopamine hit can be habit forming, and for some, social media addiction can be a very real problem, leaving them feeling worn out and tired after a day of watching mindless brain rot. It's not as if all social media content is brain rot. With a varied and balanced array of information, it can be totally fine to just chill out and watch your favorite YouTubers or gaming videos or whatever niche hobby you might have. But when it gets to hours and hours of watching exactly the same thing without any change, it can become a serious mental health issue as you fall into stagnation and cognitive decline. On that note, it's worth mentioning the fact that the word rot has become something of a meme in itself. Concepts like bed rotting have been bouncing around the internet for years, and perhaps much of this stems from the fact that humans are quite good at being self-destructive. There's also the satirical side of things, where creators pretend to be experiencing brain rot, such as hepatitis BA4 referencing countless online bits of slang in an intentionally low-quality manner, which of course evokes comments from people who don't know it is satire describing their content as actual brain rot.
POV, I'm bringing Ninja to get a low table fade, and Duke Dennis starts whizzing him up. Come on, Ninja, let's go get your low table fade.
The implication is that after watching too much of it, one becomes zombified. But anyone who spends an iota of time online has no doubt come across this phenomenon themselves. As such, brain rot can be perceived in a couple of different ways. Yes, sometimes we can suffer drastic consequences of being subjected to low-quality content and social media platforms designed to manipulate the dopamine switches in our brains to the point where we scroll for hours on end and feel like we've turned into a mindless zombie for the day. But on the other hand, it's okay to have a little bit of brain rot as a treat. You can enjoy posting or viral videos.
Brain rot as a treat. That right there, like brain rot as a like end of the day stimulation. It's a little dark.
Or goofy TikToks. It's just that the healthiest way to do this is to simply strike a balance. And once you've got that down pat, then suddenly brain rot content feels like less of a major threat than it ever used to be. And looking at trends in the past, it isn't as if newer generations are inherently more prone to brain rot either. It's just that the massively popular low-quality content that is presented in huge numbers.
Okay, so people with brain rot. People with brain rot.
What the?
Level 10 diet.
Skivajit toilet riz.
Sigma, boy.
Raise your ya.
Okay, it's a little much. It's not what I'm looking for. What the actual science is about brain rot. I started watching that. Okay, ranking best parents. Like I don't like the whole like old people react. 66% dumber. Skibbity. Ugh, that's so last year. The end of Italian brain rot. Why is it now Italian? Okay, so maybe I should look for something more like be more precise. To be honest, it kind of just seems like brain rot are just quotes of random things kids say. Yeah, that seems like it. It seems like it's not. You can't really pin it down. It's not a specific thing. It's whatever psychosis, whatever whatever the new trend is, you naturally call it brain rot. Okay, so I said just start taking quotes from those top fives and make the character in your story say random quotes like that obnoxiously, and then boom, you have brain rot characters. I say, yeah, but I want it to be more structured. So I think in a previous example, I said I want to translate his dialogue into brain rot, but organized. For example, I think one of the examples I sent you a while back is that scene where Zinx says to the main character, "Hey, you have exceeded your usefulness. It's time to dispense with you." Instead of saying that, he's going to say something closer to, you have negative aura. Put the fries in the bag. And that's what I'm going for. It's not a direct one-for-one translation, but I do want it to be an organized thought, a sentence, a complete sentence. Because remember, this is not a guy with brain rot. It's a guy that uses brain rot. It's a boomer that uses brain rot to stay young, to identify, or not identify, but relate. He uses brain rot speech to relate to the youth, if that makes more sense. And that's more or less what I'm going with. So let's see, brain rot as a language. Brain rot language. What is brain rot? You have a negative aura. That's so not Sigma. We're gonna have to make like Migos and dab your way out the door. That's right. Put the fries in the bag. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're going for. That's the translation I'm going for. Actually, I should take notes and write what you just said, because I like it. All right. So that's a good example of using words. You have negative aura. And that's so not Sigma. We're gonna have to make like the Migos. Make like the Migos and dab your way up. Put the now Sinks, you know how they say dead homies? I want to go ahead and learn what that means and use it in one of the things. Okay, hold on. There's a video over here, down here, that I see. Yeah, dead homies. I think that also falls under brain rot. And I believe that's like I swear by the memory of my beloved friends. I believe that's what they're trying to say, right? But because I believe originally it was undead homies. Let's go back.
Brain rot words. Now, I had no idea that words could actually be brain rot, but today you will be shocked. Because some of these words will literally just fry your brain if you just say it over and over again. Like Riz, for example. The word got ruined and it lost its meaning.
So Riz. We're going to add that to the vocabulary. Riz.
Together. And instead of its intended meaning, people are now saying sticking out Giat, Rizzler, Ohio, whatever. That shit's chips. Please excuse my enunciation of this word. Giga gig dagada. Oh, we're starting off with the curveball. This one is a meme and it's kind of turned into its own phrase, but it's not. It came from some chicken nugget singing Cotton Eye Joe. Like, what the? And this word has been used all over brain rot content. They literally just take anything that's popular with the kids. Oh, what's hip with the kids?
Dead homies. Don't think I heard that one. You should add the definition of the word so you're kind of, I'd say, speaking in Morse code or something, basically learning a new language. You know what would be funny? If the main bad guy speaks and then the main character goes, what? And then he translates the brain rot into plain language or plain English. So he's forced to like continuously break characters.
And they use these chicken nuggets in their shorts because apparently it gets them views. And it's probably blurted out in every elementary school hallway. Timmy, are you okay, honey? We're gonna take you to the nurse, buddy. Next, we got What the Sigma. Apparently,
So we're gonna have what's the Sigma. Okay, then after the script, the real fasters won't be same anymore. Be speaking in brain rot. No, I don't think so. I'm only engaging into this expedition and I fully intend to make it out of here with my sanity. Don't forget Chicken Jockey. Oh, that's right. We'll find a way to incorporate it because it's gotta make sense, right? I can't just I don't want to just throw words in there. Chicken Jockey. That's a good one.
came from some clip of some guy doing a Squidward impression where he said, "What the Sigma?"
What the Sigma?
And if I were to say this in public, no one would even know what I'm talking about. And it's even spammed in every comment section. You'll see it. And ever since, that shit just took off. Because the word Sigma or Sigma male was already popular in peak brain rot. And this is now its offspring.
I don't want to bring
and this
6-7.
whole thing was a way to make fun of like brain rot terminology. But now it kind of turned into brain rot. Next up, we have acoustic. If you do anything slightly dumb in a video online, people will comment, either if you post on TikTok or Instagram Reels mostly, they'll comment, "Are you acoustic?" And they're basically trying to say that they think you're autistic. It's pretty sad. It's one of those 12...
Wait, what? They're conflating acoustic and autistic? That's pretty funny. What is going on? This can't be real. I feel like the gap between children and adults is getting so wide. Are you acoustic? Acoustic, autistic. Don't be acoustic. I see your power range is 6.
12-year-old edgy insults like "you're fatherless" or whatever. Or when people say "rip bozo" under your video about your Mima.
Rip bozo. I feel like this once Hassan Piker uses them, because I know I've watched clips of Hassan Piker and his like using Rip Bozo and stuff like that. I feel like once the main, like the largest commentators start using these words, they kind of fell out of favor, you know, because they're more mainstream now.
Sadly passing away. And I guess it's just a code word for so they don't have to say autistic. I don't know. Next we have mogging or get mogged. So
Mogging. Or get mogged.
if someone believes they outclassed you in looks, they'll be like, get mogged, buddy. Then they'll do the looks maxer face
Outclassed.
of victory. I don't really think it's that deep. But people will probably sit here in the comments, type up a whole paragraph like, yeah, whatever, good. I think it's because you're ugly. Like, shut the hell up, Hubert, with your burnt haircut. People, I guess, will go walk down the street and think to themselves that they're mogging everyone that they see. I guess I just gotta have the mogger mindset to understand that. They just
SCP?
constantly think they're mogging
Okay.
everyone as they walk around.
I just mugged the shit out of this dude. He might be a 6-year-old grandpappy, but mugged.
But genuinely, to people out there that say mog, do you have the mogger mindset where you walk around like that? Next, we have aura. I was genuinely thinking about making a whole video about this word because it's just so dog shit. Aura is apparently like your presence or your vibe, I guess. And everyone says this about every celebrity known to man. They can't even lose a bit of their aura or else they're just gonna stop supporting them altogether. Like, let's say, for example, Playboi Carti announces an album for once. He lost his aura,
Yeah, I'll
no!
definitely
And
do
then
a
I guess they'll
reaction to
sit there and
SCP,
cry
that's fine.
because, I don't know, most of these people that talk about aura are stans. Of course, it's the terminally online people. Mainly used for like music artists because I guess 90% of being a celebrity now is having an aesthetic. It's basically how you carry yourself, and if you don't keep up the way you carry yourself,
how you
people will
carry
make a big
yourself.
deal about how you lost your aura. That term is just so corny. Next we have Delulu is the Salulu. Huh? Well, I'll be back. I have to look it up.
A few minutes later.
All right, I'm
Delulu.
back from that shitty Google search, and apparently it's slang for delusion. So it's delusion is the solution, is the English terminology for it. I don't know why you can't just say delusional or delusion. This one just feels like someone made it to feel different. There's just no point to this one at all. Then we got 8 with no crumbs. This one isn't terrible, but it's just mid as hell. Because this doesn't even apply to eating. How did they even make that happen? I don't know, but it's TikTok. And apparently it means you did a good job. How does that even correlate? Like, I would feel like I'm insulting a fat kid and he would have to cry and go home to his mom if I said, ooh, you ate that with no crumbs, fat ass, fat fuck. Mewing. I don't know how this became brain rot, but there's just memes of people and cartoon characters mewing all over social media. I thought it was like a
Mewing.
way to help your tongue posture be better, but apparently it's brain rot now. Everybody and everything is mewing. I don't even know if this does anything. If it does, we're all just gonna have crimson chin ass jawlines in 5 years. And there's even people out there that have created mewing playlists. Like, I don't even know how you mew to a playlist. And they will shush you to tell you that they are in fact mewing. You just shut up, man. Stop talking. You're interrupting the mew session. Stop talking to them. I don't know how some
Mew.
random orthodontist
Okay.
technique turned into a whole meme. And the music behind it just feels brain rot as hell. Next up, we have gooning. Yeah, I don't know. Might have to close the window for this one. But yeah, this is someone who is a
Oh, okay.
yeah,
we can,
trust
we
me,
can
you do
skip
not
over
want to
that.
become a gooner. All right, you will just be seen as pathetic. And the thing is, they won't even hide their Hubbington addiction. They will be
Okay.
loud and proud
Oh,
about that
that's
shit.
a
Like,
little
yeah, I
much.
just watched for 6 hours. This is
I'm
the
excluding
typical
this
build
one.
right here of your average gooner. They don't really do much aside from, well, Hubbington. That's basically it. That's their whole life. If you ask them what they've been up to, they might even give you that answer. Pookie. Yeah, this one just makes me recoil
I'm gonna
and
stick
cringe.
this one
I know
out.
this
I
was
don't-
like terminology for couples. I guess I'm supposed to call my
Really?
girl, "Oh, my little Pookie bear, and
Oh,
I'm supposed to get laid.
Oh dang! I have an important business call, guys. Sorry, we're gonna have to interrupt the live stream. Hey, what's up, Willie? How's it going, brother man? Yeah, I got a bathroom. I gotta go install a handicap bathroom. Yeah, what you got? I'm fairly certain I kept it. That's right. I probably left it in the. It's probably still in the toolbox. How soon do you need it? By Friday. Okay, that right. Gotcha. I no, absolutely. Yeah. By Friday sounds great. You got. Yeah, I'll be working in town. So if you I'll be working on a demo. So if you want to stop by, or if you want to meet halfway, I'll. All right, that's even better. All right, brother man, I'll have it ready for you later. Okay. All right. It seems like I just got mugged by one of my fellow contractors. You should. The cartel leader. Somebody, no, about a year ago, somebody lent me a paint spray tool, and now I gotta give it back.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know why people even
Apparently
say
they
it. If I'm
got
in a
very
relationship
expensive, so he
and
wants
my
his
girl
back,
says,
but-
call me a Pookie Bear, not doing it. I feel
A
like I'd be a
Pookie
cringe
Bear?
ball doing baby talk. I don't even know what the hell it
All right,
means,
back to the brain
and I don't know
rot,
why
guys.
people are
All
saying
right.
it on TikTok. All I know is it's
Zinks.
used for baby talk in relationships, and it's corny.
Pookie
Next, we
Bear.
have one that's kind of related to mewing: negative cantal tilt. It has a lot
What?
to do with like looks maxing, and apparently I don't even know what the hell that shit means. Apparently it's
Negative
when the
cantal-
outer corner of your eye is lower than the inner corner of your eye. So some looks maxing nerd gonna come up to me and be like,
Well, the doc, it appears that you have a negative cantal tilt at approximately 6.5 degrees.
the only case where I'd think someone would know
Chill.
what I'm talking about if you're either on the internet or if you're like really into anatomy. If you don't fit any of those two scenarios, then it's just gibberish. Lobotomy? Yeah, this one kind of goes hand in hand with brain rot because your brain is going to be cooked. I don't know. It's like some sort of procedure or whatever, and your brain is like delayed after it. So basically, if you just consume
I
some
forgot about
crazy
cooked.
brain rot or
That's a
something
good
that
one.
makes you lose brain cells, people will say like, I just felt like I got a lobotomy or whatever. This one is just mad specific. I don't even know that could even turn into TikTok slang, but it did. And I've gotten to the point in the video where I'm on Know Your Meme to figure this shit out. Crash out. It's not like an inherently brain rot word to say or whatever. It's just overused. Like someone will just raise their voice and be like, oh, you're crashing out, bro. Crash out. But yeah, if you raise your voice, yell and scream and punch a wall, maybe.
Okay, that's a good one. I like crash out. I feel like Is there anything on the script that could? I feel like there's a good place in the script where I could use crash out. So if I was to look for anything with zincs in it, I guarantee you I could add the word crash out in there. Dr. Fox, no. I need zincs. Where's zincs? Computer program. It's Dr. Fox again. Zincs, straight to business. I see for your first mission to go collect the dog food in the world. Inspection and quality. So done, call it. Finally meet. Zincs, fool, you have exceeded your visa. Battle ensues. Zincs, and this is the end of the road for you. Trash. Okay, so now another sentence that I want to translate into brain rot is this is the end of you. And no, this is the end of the road for you. Trash. So this is the end of the road for you. Trash. See, I need to modernize it with brain rot, and I think a good one would be like, I'm about to crash out, get mugged, or something like that. You know what I mean? Something that makes sense. That is just completes the It's mean-spirited, and like it's like, hold on. Is there another one? Maybe. So I'm looking through the script, and I don't. Where's? Uninstall that. Okay. It seems like I've been bested. Check this out. This is perfect. This one says, in this scene, the main villain says, "Seems like I've been bested." And I feel like that one right there, he could say, "I got mogged." You know what I mean? Like I can figure out a way to say that he got. It's very difficult translating this. Losing brain cells. You gotta use all your computing power. Oh no! Oh dang, dude! I gotta go. Freaking! I need to take my dog to the veterinarian, to the clinic, because she's gotta get her canines pulled. It's Boba. I need to take Boba to the vet at 2 p.m. and right now it's 1:29. All right, Zinx, thank you for joining me. All right, but I definitely want to take some time to really, and it's gotta make sense. I gotta be sure that I can fully translate everything Zinx says into brain rot, but it's gotta be sequential, right? It's gotta have concision and precision. All right, brother man. I'll see you later. I'm ending the stream.